Another thing, actually, the other thing would be like, for instance, war is over if you want, right? War is over if you want. And you cannot go to war with people who will stop at nothing. You cannot really go to war with people who will stop at nothing. War is over. And so that's back to life, back to reality. And so that could be, that could be a music genre too. You cannot really go to war with people who will stop at nothing. Where is that information, about world peace that seems to remind us that we believe in world peace, You cannot really go to war with people who will stop at nothing. And what I noticed was that it's not the same thing when you say, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Or, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And so you're always kind of going through the valley of the shadow of death. Everything takes place in the valley of the shadow of death with those two scriptures. But that's not really what those two scriptures are. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. That's not from the valley of the shadow of death. That's a scripture. I think it makes, a lot of sense. You cannot really go to war with people who will stop at nothing. For instance, we're listening to me on the computer. And so what's going to happen next? What's going to happen now? Well, for instance, are we going to understand Ray? Are we going to understand Ray? Because I can see how you could spend too much time on the computer. I can see how you could be spending too much time on the computer. I just don't know what to do right now because I'm living on the streets right now and nobody else is doing this, on the computer. I'm the only representative, for one thing. And for another, it's like being at my music studio or something. It's got me a little bit, hooked on this, whereas I would think that I could just be, why wouldn't I just be sitting down at a piano? Why wouldn't I just why wouldn't I just write an entire play and then have just this one thing, and maybe I'll put this on the computer, or maybe I'll send it to this friend of mine and then do another one just like that, on the piano, so are we going to understand Ray? Because I'm being talked about, and it's so I'm being talked about, and are we listening?